Hi YouTube, if you have just arrived here from my just previous video about capsule wardrobes, this is the continuation. We're going to put the capsule wardrobe in the carry-on suitcase and we're going to talk about packing cubes, which I have never used before, and we're going to do a trial run. They always seem like, they don't seem like they're worth it, so I thought I would get some and try them out. You put all your goodies in there. There's a mesh on the front of this so you can see what's in it, which I love. And then I guess the concept is these are compression cubes, so there's a second zipper that will zip the whole thing tighter together. But this feels pretty bulky. There are 4 of them, ranging in size down from this down to that. And I feel like the bulk of this is going to take up any added space that you're gaining, so we're going to find out. Compression cubes I'm using are these from Amazon. They're Aero Trunk. I just thought they looked neat, so I grabbed them. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, so I am just going to pack this the way I always pack, and then we'll do the packing cubes. And I'm probably going to wear the scarf on the plane, so I don't need to put that in the suitcase. And there, everything has fit in nicely. That closes easily, and there's room. And these things are going to be in my carry-on bag, so we're going to load that up next and make sure that I can fit all of this. And the ace wrap, I'll just tuck down in next to the shoes. It's like there's a place for everything. This really does work. And a couple of extra wipes, even though I'm sure I could buy these. And the sunglasses also fit right there with the shoes. So, and again, bring cheap sunglasses and or buy some when you get there. So that has enough room. It's not like I'm going to be bringing a lot of extra stuff home with me in my suitcase. I don't have room, but this easily closes, and it's, you know, I'm not having to sit on it to close it. So let's check out my secondary bag. This is the one that goes under the seat. And that's very heavy, but it's doable. It weighs a ton. I wish, you know, like cameras make everything different. That's pretty heavy, but there you have it. And I can put that right on top of my little suitcase when it's rolling. And this sits right on top, and it's easy to get through the airports and navigate. All right, so now we're gonna just do a quick run through and try these packing cubes out, and I'll see if I need all of them or some of them, or does it even fit at all. So I've taken out the clothes, but I've left the shoes, the coat, the umbrella, and the travel bag and the neck wallet in the bottom there. So we have the same space that I just took those clothes out of. We're going to put them in packing cubes and see once and for all, we're going to solve the debate. I'm going to just start with the biggest one. And so when they are expanded, they're about probably 4 inches deep. And you unzip the top. And I do like the idea of a mesh here so you can see what's in these. So I'm going to call this for my bottoms. So we're going to put all the pants that I can fit in here and see if it'll compress down. So jeans, and I'm leaving them folded because I think they stay fairly flat that way. And then I've got my tan pants like that. So the leggings, you know what? I'm gonna keep the leggings in my carry-on shoulder bag because I'm gonna change into these to sleep in on the plane. So those are gonna go in the smallest compression cube. I'm gonna put that in my shoulder bag just to have something clean to get into to sleep and to wake up to in the morning. So this is jeans, the tan pants, and the black skirt. And I think I'm gonna just start with them just flat because the compression, you don't wanna get too close to the sides of this because the idea is that the compression stuff tucks in and then smashes flat. So there's my bottoms, fit easily. 2 pairs of pants and a skirt in there, and you could probably put another pair of leggings in there, but I'm not going to. And then so there's lots of slack. The thing with these is you don't want to fill them too full because you won't be able to compress them. And the concept is you take this little side zipper, and if you haven't overpacked the bag to begin with, see it tucks in, and see, to me this feels like you're taking up a lot of bulk with the bulk of this bag itself. So let's find out if I'm right. Because I see the debate about packing cubes or how to pack and all the things, and so I thought, well, let's find out. So that's gonna go there, and it did compress, look at that. So we've got 2 pairs of pants and a skirt fit in the larger one easily. I would not try and fit anything else in there though. And that goes down in the bottom. Smash it down. I'm gonna pull, you know what? I'm gonna pull pull these two things out and we're going to rearrange this. I am going to leave the coat there. And then the next size down is this, which is kind of long and skinny, and I think it will fit right there. So I'm going to try and see what shirts will fit in here. We're going to go with my linen blend in the bottom. I'm going to do a little bit of rolling. This is going to be my dress shirts, and my long sleeve shirts are going in this one. And I have a lot of room in here, so I'm gonna, I don't know, I don't think all my shirts won't fit in here, so that's kind of weird. So how about that? We'll put the white t-shirt, the dress shirts, the long sleeve shirt, and that leaves me these three to go in that other bag. So we're gonna zip that up, and you can find a better way to be organized here and do, you know, if you want all your long sleeves or all your short sleeves or however you want to do it. I'm just doing it what's fit, you know, kind of what fits in here is what I'm working with. And again, we're going to compress that down, zip it up, and we'll see if I'm going to be traveling with these or leaving them home. And if I'm not traveling with these, I'm probably going to return them because I don't buy things I don't use. So if these don't work for this trip, there's really no point in me keeping them. So if I can't compress it, then this is not, these aren't going to be something I would keep. But they might work for you. Then they're a little bit difficult, but these are, I will say these feel really sturdy. Like they're a nice tough fabric, and the zippers feel sturdy. So there's my shirts in there, and pop the coat out and put the shirts there. And then the coat gets pretty flat, so the coat can still stuff down in that crack. And then this is the littler one, which is obviously going to fit right there. So I'm going to put these extra shirts, which means I could take more shirts, you guys. So those three, that's 3 t-shirts in there. And again, there you can see I could easily fit another 1 or 2 or more easily in there. But we're just going to do the same thing I already packed, just for a direct comparison. So I'm not cheating. Yeah, I'd say there's definitely room for 1 more shirt in here. Like that. There. Easily 3, I would say 4 t-shirts fit in that one. So I may bring 1 more shirt. So let's take a look. So that can go there. Oh, well, hello, beautiful. So shoes, easily there. Oh, I'm about to be impressed, I think. Little ace wrap still goes there. This is feeling less crowded. I think I just sold myself on packing cubes. So packing cubes are a yes, I think. Umbrella can still ride right there. And again, I for real do not need to bring this umbrella. The only reason I'm really kind of bringing it is because we're staying multiple places, just a 1-night stay, and I don't know if they'll have umbrellas. The crossbody bag can still go there. Oh, this is more space, you guys. It did work. There's my sunglasses, which will hopefully not get smashed, but again, these are like $15 sunglasses, so it doesn't really matter. And there's my extra wipes because I have some already packed in my shoulder bag. And this is the smallest of the packing cubes, and you can see I could smash it in there somewhere if I wanted to, you know, like if I didn't take the umbrella, you could easily put that right there. So leave the umbrella home. I mean, I might leave this home. It weighs a pound also, so it adds a lot to this bag, and you gotta want it. So this, what I'm gonna do is put this in my shoulder bag, and this has got my little change of clothes that I might want to change into for the overnight flight. So I don't have to get up in my overhead and pull apart my suitcase to be like, I need some leggings to sleep in, and I'm not traveling in leggings. I don't like traveling in leggings, but I do like sleeping in them. So this is gonna go in there with just some clean things that I need for the overnight flight, and that will fit in my shoulder bag. And let's see, it feels, I mean, I would say comparable, possibly a little bit less, a little bit more compressed with the packing cubes. So the packing cubes are a yes. I feel like they're a yes. So there you go. I'm gonna use the packing cubes. So this all fit, and I think I am gonna keep the packing cubes, and I'm gonna roll with them because I like the organization of that everything's contained. So even if your suitcase is, you know, you get into it and you need something, and everything's not gonna fall out. And this little just outfit thing, there's just enough room for this to slide straight down in this shoulder bag. And this thing is gonna be heavy, but it rides on top of my suitcase for most of the time. And I wear the trench coat, so that's with me. So this is all gonna work. This suitcase easily zips closed with all of that stuff in it and the packing cubes. And this actually zips closed and just rides on top. So when I'm rolling in the airport, I can just pull everything along like this. If you can learn to travel this way, especially for Paris, because that's the one I have experience with, if you can do it, please consider it. You will thank yourself when you are not dragging big luggage on cobbled streets and up tiny staircases and tiny elevators. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.